Today's topic is approach anxiety. I'm here to help you deal with your approach anxiety. A lot of new people to the pickup community tend to deal with this issue a lot. It's not much of an advanced issue. But I'm going to give you some tips on how to deal with it and how to virtually fix it up so you don't actually feel it as bad and hopefully get rid of your problem entirely. One about approach anxiety is that you're just stepping outside your comfort zone. You're not used to doing all these new behaviors and it's kind of new to you and you get kind of freaked out, and so you feel this static emotion. And therefore, when you looked up your pickup books, it said, oh, I've got approach anxiety. Therefore, you framed it as that, and now every time you feel those emotions, you'll think about them in a negative light. And that's one of the real underpinning issues, is not the actual emotions you're feeling. It's good you're feeling the emotions, you're outside your comfort zone, you're growing. You need that to grow, you've got to go through the pain barrier to grow. But the actual thing is reframe the actual emotions to approaching power rather than approach anxiety. Since the fact that you've named it that one thing, here's my approach anxiety, you've created a mental sickness for yourself. Because every time you think, you're always going to think, I have this issue. And that's one thing that's just not going to play good. So just start reframing it. And that's just one in-game tip to just help make you feel just a lot better. Just reframe the emotions. And another thing is just, good practical tip is every time you go out, approach 30 girls every time you go out to game. Whether it's day or night. Just mass approach. Don't try and get anything from the interactions. Just get used to the emotions you're feeling until you become like numb to it. So it's like you're unfazed by it. It's just like another girl. It's nothing. That's one of the key things to it. Another tip I would also suggest is give yourself missions every time you come out, dealing with your blind spots in this area. If you force yourself to go through it with all these emotions and issues, it'll get better for you as you continue to go on. Another thing I'd also suggest is if you're really scared and this emotion is really affecting you and you may be a bit anxious and nervous, just start opening people, boys, girls, just everyone just indirectly, so you just get used to talking to like everyone around. It'll just make things so much more easier. And another thing about approach anxiety, which a lot of pickup companies won't really like to talk about, is most of the pickup stuff, the approaching anxiety pickup stuff, is just made to sell products to you. Since you're stepping outside your comfort zone, you're a bit nervous, which is natural. It's the way it's supposed to be. But then they've said, you've got approach anxiety. Therefore, they've named your emotions and like, we have this DVD product, this book, that'll help you deal with approach anxiety, instead of just realizing you're just stepping outside your comfort zone, you're a little bit nervous. That's really all it is. Those products aren't going to do anything for you, except what you can do for yourself. That's more powerful than the actual stuff. Judah, before you even started game, did you even know what approach anxiety was? You don't. You never even heard of it. So how do you know it was even real that we're even discussing this topic? It was a thing designed by the pickup community to sell products to describe this new emotion you're feeling of stepping outside of your comfort zone. And none of you can show me what approach anxiety is. You tell me, oh, I feel this, you'll feel some sort of emotion. But really that's just, for the newbies, just stepping outside your comfort zone. And me, a more advanced guy, I hardly know this feeling. Like, I don't even really register it. That's proof that most stuff that we hear in the community about the approach anxiety stuff is most of it's just made up and us trying to justify the emotions of nervousness that we might feel of stepping outside of our comfort zone. That's just some backstory on actual approach anxiety. And another good tip is just, I suggest changing and reframing it so it affects you in a more positive way instead of affecting in a negative way the new emotions you're feeling. 2, I totally suggest just going out and just mass approaching. Just match approach everyone. And if you're really scared, just go indirect. Just open people indirectly and ask for directions, since it just gets you out of your actual comfort zone and gets you in the feel of the moment. And give yourself assignments every time you go out. And that's my tips for helping you with approach anxiety. And if you have any issues concerning game that we haven't discussed yet, or you'd like us to touch on, just write it on the comment section below, and I'll do a video blog about it. Thank you for listening.